Hello everyone, your voice here and welcome to the channel Sansevieria 101. So for this episode we're going to feature a species which is known as suffruticosa, and what I'm showing you right now are the early stages of inflorescence. Luckily I was able to capture the first or second day of how the bloom or the flower spike looks like, which is similar to how a crab pincer would look like. And I have captured the inflorescence, or I collated pictures of it on a daily basis to show you the phase or the transformation of the inflorescence or the flower bloom itself. And as what I'm showing you right now, the inflorescence has grown in height, and I have record the stalk height at the end wherein it bloomed. It's the final height of the flower stalk, which is 14 to 15 inches. Also, I have recorded the flower tube and also noted down the flower per cluster, and I will be also discussing them on the second part wherein I'm taking the actual measurements of the specimen itself. So with regards to the pictures, it's beginning to reach the final height, and the flower tubes are already evident at the first pictures. The flower tubes have not grown, and you will just see a ball of bracts or flower bracts that are clumped together, which looks like a crab pincer. And then as the days goes by, it will grow in height. Then the skin or the crab pincer will begin to disassemble, leaving each skin one at a time on the bottom portion of the flower stalk. And then as it grows in height, the flower tubes would start to become evident. As what I'm showing you right now, they're beginning to gain a specific length wherein they will prepare themselves to open up, and as well as they will not open up simultaneously all at the same time. On the first day, you will just see few of the flowers will open for you. The one that I am showing you right now has already bloomed some flowers. This is perhaps the first or the third day wherein I captured the opening of the flower tubes. The first day I wasn't able to capture it, and then on the second part I will show you how they will look like in an actual video. So please stay tuned as I will be presenting you the second half of this episode. Alright folks, we're back, and this is the second part of the content wherein we will be discussing more about the characteristics, the inflorescence of the Sansevieria species known as suffruticosa. So on the first part of this content, I collated the pictures on a daily basis wherein I'm showing you the stages or the phases of the phase of the transformation of the inflorescence for the suffruticosa species. And I have to move back a bit so that I can show you the whole plant, and this is how it would look like. It's taking up a wide space. It is also disticus in form as what I'm showing you. At times though, it also tends to grow in a twisted manner, or it somewhat twists itself and does not form a perfect disticus form, but that is expected coming from the suffruticosa species. But mostly they would be disticus in form or fan shaped in normal terms or common term. So like I mentioned, the second part should be the part wherein we will be discussing more about inflorescence or flower bloom usually, but for this plant, since I have not featured the suffruticosa species on the channel, I believe this is the first suffruticosa species that I featured. There are other suffruticosa species under my care, and by the way, this particular suffruticosa species is actually the common or the normal suffruticosa that you would see in the wild. So I'm not sure why people in the trade or people that are selling this would name it suffruticosa black, because in the wild this is the normal form or normal appearance of suffruticosa species. If you read the Sansevieria book by Peter Mansfield, Variegations Sansevieria, unfortunately though, it is in the text or the paragraph or the sentences, they are in German, so you'll have to kind of translate them for you to understand, but you can find information about it, and as well as the picture and that the same bloom on Variegations Sansevieria. You can find it in pages 108 to 109. Suffruticosa species are also recorded in the Q Bulletin. It was recorded back 1915. So I think it has a page 202. I'm not sure what 202 as a numerical value for a page or a verse on this a bulletin, but what I'm sharing is that you can or what I'm telling you is that you can find information way back 1915 and the Q bulletin recorded for Sansevieria as a genus. So going back to the topic, like I mentioned, in the wild, this is the normal color of suffruticosa species. They are dark green in color. There are traverse banding, which are lighter green in coloration, or you could say in this setting or in this look or pattern of leaf. This one is just normal green. There are, like I said, there are other suffruticosa that are under my care, and another suffruticosa would be the one that is commonly known in the trade as Mutumo, Kenya. Perhaps it's found in Mutumo, Kenya, I'm not sure, but that kind of suffruticosa is lighter green in color as well as pattern. So instead of seeing the usual dark green color of the leaves for suffruticosa species, you won't see dark green for Sansevieria Mutumo, Kenya. You'd see normal green for the base color, and then you have traverse bandings, which are pale green in color. So it is lighter. It's just a lighter version of what I'm showing you right now. And as well as I'm just giving you a brief discussion before we start taking records of the inflorescence or flower bloom. This is my specimen of Sansevieria suffruticosa. In the market, they're called, this one is called suffruticosa black, but like I mentioned, this is the normal appearance of suffruticosa in the wild. They are supposedly having dark green color, and I'm not sure why the people who are selling it in the market would make a name for an existing species, or tag them with a made-up name like suffruticosa black, because suffruticosa as a species, commonly they should be really dark green in color when you find them in the wild. So in the wild you can find suffruticosa species in northeast tropical Africa, that is in Ethiopia. You can also find them in East Tropical Africa, that is in Kenya and Tanzania, and you can also find them in Subtropical Africa in Malawi. So the person who is fond of collecting Sansevieria in the records would be Pefnig. You would see suffruticosas under his collection number PF, with several numbers under his collection. There are records of a couple of suffruticosa under the PF collection initials, and I'm guessing they were collected by Pefnig. So I can enumerate those perhaps in the future and put them in the comments below, because on the records, especially on the data that I'm looking at, there are no pictures of them, but there are a lot of suffruticosa that Pefnig collected in the wild. So again, going back, this is how it looks like, and I already told you that they grow in disticus shape or fan shape, meaning the leaves are going from tip to tip. There's a stem in the mid part, and then a leaf growing to the left or to the right, and then one growing to the left, which makes them form a disticus shape or fan shape appearance or look. So this is how my specimen looks like, and it has bloomed. The phases of the inflorescence or the stages are all recorded on the first part of this episode. And like I mentioned, this is the first suffruticosa that I'm featuring on Sansevieria 101 channel. So this is how the inflorescence looks like as described in Variegations Sansevieria. It is a simple spike inflorescence, which we call it is a raceme type of inflorescence. And then I have counted the flowers per cluster on it. On the book of Peters Mansfeld, it was recorded 2 to 5 flowers in the cluster, but I am counting 6 to 1, I guess, because this the topmost portion, I think some lizards have been jumping over it because of insects. The insects that are visiting the topmost portion, then most usually the lizards would jump over, and then some of the flowers have fall down because of what these the lizards and the insects are doing in this position. So going back though, I have already mentioned that the flowers per cluster that I've counted is perhaps 6 to 1, but it's very close to what was mentioned, 5 to 2. I'm just plus 1 on the minimum and the maximum flowers that can be found in one cluster. And this is how the flower would look like up close. Like I mentioned, the other flowers have fallen off because of the ruckus that was caused by some of the insects that's visiting it. And then when the insects visit, some of the lizards that are close by, that's one over there, would jump off to catch them, and that's why the flowers would fall off unnaturally, because they are messing around where I am putting this plant to be featured. So as of the current, I have nothing to pair it with because these are the other two that are blooming, and I think it will take a couple of days before these two will bloom, so they cannot catch up with the flowers of the suffruticosa that bloom for me. So we've mentioned the flower per cluster, and the color of the flower tubes are actually my take on it. They're grayish, maybe greenish. There's some white colorations as well on other. They become lighter when they prepare to when they're preparing to bloom or open up. Aside from that, though, when they're still premature flower tubes, or they're not going to open anytime soon, they're kind of grayish on the middle part, and then on top it's greenish coloration for the flower tube. And next we will be measuring the flower stalk. I don't think it was mentioned on Daigarong whether the what the height of the inflorescence, but from what I am doing, from what I am measuring here, sorry for the abrupt movement, I'm measuring mine at 14 inches for the height of the inflorescence. And then next we will be measuring the length of the flower tubes. By the way, it's raining non-stop from where I am, so if you're hearing some background noises, that would be because currently it's raining, and it has been raining for a few days now. So the first inflorescence that we've measured is actually 27.4, and the others are actually just the same. So I wouldn't I wouldn't bother to move the caliper anymore, because almost all the flower tubes they're preparing to bloom is 27.4, but the ones that are not going to bloom anytime soon is just as hold on, it's just as long as such. So 12.1, and then the other measure was 27 point something, 27.6. That's the measure that I'm getting for the flower tubes that are about to open up. So I don't have a pen or a pencil close by, so I'll have to check that out later. Going back, we've already taken the height of the flower stalk, the flower tubes, and the flowers per cluster. I think we're done with the characteristics that I need for the inflorescence. This is how the peduncle would look like. Those are already dried out bracts. These are how the leaves would look like, and they are sort of cylindrical in shape, but at the end they're growing as pointed tip to the end part. The texture of the leaf is very rough, as well as the other suffruticosas that I have in my care. The leaf tips would look as such, very sharp, pointed, and can puncture your skin if you accidentally poke your self with it. It's dangerous for the eye, so take caution when you're dealing with suffruticosas, because the leaf tips are very sharp and dangerous. So aside from that, we've already discussed the pattern. It's really solid green, and like I mentioned, it is normal for the species to have solid green. or solid, to have leaves that are dark green in color. That's the usual color of the suffruticosas found in the wild. The ones in cultivations are actually lighter in color. I don't want to mention the other one, which is mistagged as Lavranos or just Lav 1970, because there's no such thing, there's no record of that collection number. It's actually a year we're in. 1970 is the year of, or when that specific type of Sansevieria was collected or recorded. So that's not the collection number. Usually it's Pefnig who's collecting suffruticosa. I'll have to check again what there is one that I can recall that was collected by John Lavernos, also suffruticosa species. Perhaps I'll put it on the comments below. Aside from that, though, I think we have discussed everything. So folks, if you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment below. And then if you like what I have presented, sorry about that, please like and subscribe to our channel. I would really appreciate it. So thank you for watching, and you guys have a great day.